After I got fired from my 9-to-5 desk job in October 2017, I decided to become a full-time entrepreneur. I started my Amazon FBA business, and I also started my online education program. After generating 8 figures online, here are the top 5 biggest lessons I learned when it comes to entrepreneurship. Make sure you stay with me to the end of this video because the last lesson that I will share with you is quite shocking and nobody ever believes me when I try to tell them. Becoming a full-time entrepreneur is not easy. You have to rely on yourself 100% to get paid. You no longer go to a 9-to-5 job where you just check in, check out, and then your boss pays you as long as you complete your job. You have to be focused and do everything on your own. It is up to you. You have no direction. Nobody's giving you instructions. Nobody is watching over you. And it's up to you to be disciplined enough to get through the challenges. So for me, I have struggled a lot in the beginning with entrepreneurship, but also I know that deep down, I just hated going to a job. I hated working for someone else. I did not like following someone else's orders, so I became an entrepreneur. I knew at a very young age that I was not meant to work for someone else. I just knew this deep down. I don't know what it was, but I just said to myself one day, enough is enough. I no longer want to work for someone else making minimum wage just to get by. I hate living paycheck to paycheck, so then I started my Amazon FBA business. A lot of you guys who have been following me on YouTube are all about starting your Amazon FBA businesses so you can achieve financial freedom and maybe leave your 9-to-5 job or just make more money on the side. All of that is possible, but you will run into some challenges. That's why in today's video, I want to share with you the top 5 lessons I learned, and hopefully you can apply it to your life and your business so your entrepreneurship journey goes smoother than mine. Anyways, let's start with the first lesson that I learned. I'm sure you guys can relate. I dealt with this a lot mentally, especially in my first year of entrepreneurship. I learned that I should never make excuses on why I can't do something. You see, I think a lot of people are so full of excuses, including myself, especially if you are new to entrepreneurship, you don't have any direction, no guidance, you don't know what the heck you are doing. You will start making up all of these excuses in your head on why you can't do something, and then you will slowly talk yourself out of it. This is so toxic, and I think it needs to stop, especially if you want to become a successful entrepreneur. So there's this little voice inside of me sometimes, and I think to myself, oh, I can't do it. Or how do I get through this? Or, you know what, I'm kind of tired today, so I'm just not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put this task in the back burner, and then sooner or later you realize that you're getting nowhere with your business. And that is because you constantly make excuses about why you can't do something. I think sometimes entrepreneurs are kind of weak, including myself. I was very weak at one point. I was never that strong because nobody taught me how to become an entrepreneur. This is not something that you learn in school. Your teachers don't teach you this. And a lot of the times your parents tell you to get good grades, get a job, graduate from college, and that's it. They don't teach you how to become a successful business owner so you can become wealthy. Majority of people on planet Earth are not wealthy. They do not make that much money. They live paycheck to paycheck. And what I believe personally is that they haven't been taught this lesson. And that is, again, to stop making excuses on why you can't do something. I remember there were days where I just didn't feel like working on my Amazon business. I just didn't feel like doing something. In fact, I did not feel like filming this video today because it's raining outside, it's kind of cold in my house, and I'm just not in the mood. But I know for myself, if I made that excuse over and over again, I would never get anywhere in my journey. I would just be full of excuses. And so many people are full of excuses. So take this as a lesson. Stop making excuses on why you can't do something. Instead, be resourceful. Try to learn something new every day. Try to look up free information on the internet. There is so much free information nowadays that there is absolutely no excuse on why you can't do something. The second lesson that I learned in entrepreneurship is that if I choose to become rich, I will become rich. Now, I used to never believe this when I was working a normal 9-to-5 job. I didn't even know what entrepreneurship was just yet. I was just working for someone else, slaving away. I did not consider myself as a leader. I had no management skills, nothing. I knew completely nothing about business. But I always heard about this rich person becoming rich. And I always thought, haha, maybe it's because their parents are rich. Maybe because they won the lottery or they got lucky or something crazy happened and money just fell from the sky. I just did not know that becoming rich is a choice. So repeat after me. Becoming rich is a choice. Only you can make that happen. I didn't know this for the longest time. I had a horrible outlook when it came to rich people, but when I started seeing success in my Amazon FBA business, I had people coming up to me asking me to teach them how to make money because they saw me making money. By the way, if you guys are new entrepreneurs and you want to become a successful Amazon FBA seller and make over $10,000 in profit every month, then make sure you get my free Amazon training in the YouTube description below. Enter your name, enter your email address, watch the training to the end because you get to apply for a free one-on-one call with my team, and we will walk you through step by step how you can find profitable products to sell on Amazon. Now, at that point, I wouldn't consider myself rich or wealthy. I just thought I knew how to do something and I knew how to make a lot of money from doing it. So it is my choice to continue to do that and to teach other people how to do that so they can become rich as well. And then I realized that becoming rich is a choice. Anyone can become rich if you decide to. You see, a lot of people are just comfortable where they are at. Maybe you are comfortable at your 9-to-5 job. Maybe you are comfortable being a waiter or an engineer, or maybe you are a professional in some field. Maybe you are comfortable. But comfort is a choice. If you want to become successful or if you want to make a lot of money, you need to make that choice to be different and to do better. If you don't make that choice, then you will stay where you are, be comfortable, and that's it. If you are comfortable, that's totally okay by me. I'm not trying to convince you to become rich, but I learned that becoming rich is a choice. So if you see other people out there who have more money than you and you want to make more money because you want to help your family, if you want to travel, if you want to buy a nice car, that's 100% on you and it's up to you. The third biggest lesson I learned in entrepreneurship is that nothing worth having in life is free. Nothing worth having will just fall into your lap and it's completely free. Let's use an example. Let's pretend that you want to be in a serious relationship. Maybe you're a guy or a girl and you're trying to find your partner and you're trying to get married, have children, have a family. That's not free. You have to work for that. And if it is something that you desperately, truly want, you need to work for it. It's not free. For example, you need to invest your time, your money, your energy, your effort into a new relationship because it's not free. You need to pay for dates. If you're a guy watching me right now, you need to pay for dates so you can get the girl to fall in love with you, hopefully say yes to you, and then you can start a family. It's not free. Things are just not free in life. At least the things that are worth having is never free. You need to put in the work and the effort to make something happen. So for some people, they have a very poor mindset. They expect things for free. They would never take the initiative to go out there and chase after what they want. I've been taught at a very young age from my parents that If I want something, I need to go out there and make it happen. Nobody's going to just give me free things. It just doesn't happen. And I'm not just referring to material things, I'm referring to basically everything in life. You have to earn what you want, just like how respect is earned. It's not just given for free. You can't just be an asshole and then expect that people treat you nicely for free. It just doesn't work that way, right? So if you want something bad enough and it is something that is worth having in your life, it is not going to come for free. It will probably come with hard work and money, or both. The fourth biggest lesson I learned in entrepreneurship is to schedule time with people who are on the next level. So a lot of my business friends are online, and we try to make time for each other because we want to know what each other is up to. We want to bounce off new ideas with each other. We want to talk about growth. We want to talk about other things that we came across that may be useful to each other. And I find that a lot of the times new entrepreneurs don't do this at all. They go back to spending time with people who don't really matter. Now, that may sound harsh, but it's also the truth. A lot of the times, people who we surround ourselves with are not on the same journey and do not have the same goals as us. I talked about this a lot in my previous YouTube video about why I don't have many friends and why I don't go out. It's simply because a lot of people in my surrounding don't really add value to my life. And I don't think that they should take this personally. It's just business. I don't have time to meet up for coffee or meet up for lunch just to talk crap. Let's face it, there is a lot of people in our surrounding that constantly waste our time. Like if we meet up with them, they are talking about TV shows or movies or gossip or something that is not very useful to our lives. So I try to limit my time with those people, and I try to focus most of my energy and my time with people who are on the next level or people who are on the same path as I am. So a lot of my students, we are all on the same path. We all want financial freedom. We all want to become successful Amazon FBA sellers. Now, going back to what I was saying, always make sure that you guys schedule time with people who matter and that bring value to the table. These are people that push you further in life. These are people that support what you are doing. These are people that will make you rich in the future. These are people that may be doing the same business as you, or maybe they have their own business, or maybe you guys have productive conversations about money, about growth, about knowledge, about goals. It can be anything, but you must schedule time with these people because without these people in your surrounding, you're not going to make it very far in your life. I truly believe that the 5 people closest to you make up who you are, so choose wisely. Now, the last lesson, the 5th lesson that I want to go over is the most shocking lesson of all time. I don't know why people don't believe me. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but learning a new skill is what will pay the bills. So, repeat after me. Learning a new skill is what will pay the bills. Nobody believes me. And I think it's because a lot of people are limited on their knowledge. They think that just because they learn something the first time, they don't need to go on with learning something new the second or third time around. They think, okay, just because I learned how to choose a winning product to sell on Amazon, for example, that's it, I'm done, I'm good for next time, and that is completely not true. The richest, most successful people in the world continue to learn something new every day. So for me, aside from business, I try to learn something new every day. I might be on Google and I am learning something random that is new to me. I personally think that if you learn a new skill and you stick to it, it will eventually pay off and you will be able to pay the bills. So what I mean by that is the more you practice learning that new skill, the more repeatedly you start to do it. And the better you get at it. And when you are very good at something, people will give you money for it. Just like how people give me money for teaching them how to be Amazon sellers, how to choose profitable products. Or people give me money for my products that I sell on Amazon. People love my products, people love my brand, so they give me money. So that's just business. If you are learning a new skill and you are very good at it and people find it to be valuable, or maybe you have a service or a product, people will give you money. So learning a new skill is what pays the bills. A lot of new beginners are afraid to get into entrepreneurship because they don't have any skills. Maybe they expect everything for free. I don't know what it is, but if you are lacking in your skills, then you're not going to generate any money because nobody wants to pay you for your service or for your product. We can use a different example aside from Amazon. Let's pretend that you are a masseuse and you're not very good at giving people massages. Like, you're all right, but you're just not that great. You're kind of just slacking off, your fingers are hurting, or maybe you just don't feel like working today, you're not taking your job seriously. And when you start to massage your client, they're not happy. So if they're not happy, they're not going to come back. And if they don't come back, you don't get paid. So you need to work on your skills and become number one, to become the best, to become very good, so people will pay you for your skills. So that's what I mean by learning new skills pays the bills. Make sure you guys learn a new skill every day. It could be something very simple. I'm not telling you to sit through hours and hours of training. I'm not telling you to go to college. None of that. You can simply learn a new skill. And if you like that new skill, you can start charging money for it. I hope this video has helped you guys have a smoother entrepreneurship journey, because it was not that smooth for me. It took me years to learn these lessons, and I hope that you found a lot of value in them.